Hey, welcome to a workshop Saturday on the CNER and the PVR. Welcome, sir.
How's it going today?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Oh, not so bad.
Excellent. We were both working on train stuff, and so we thought we would pop online and see if anybody else wanted to hang out with us.
Mm-hmm. I don't have a chat window, so.
Yeah, I turned on the auto feature, so it should put up everything that shows up if anybody joins us and decides to partake in the chatting.
Sweet.
Yeah. Good to be good. The chat thing is all still sort of newish, so I am just getting used to spinning that up. There, perfect. I'm already on mute. Perfect. All right, so I am building out some paper containers with the 3D printed interiors. I think I've previously shown these on the channel. These are 3D printed. These ones are PETG. They're what I had loaded in the printer. And the idea is just to give these paper containers a bit of structure and make them a bit more resilient. I also have this trying to find the view. Yeah, there we go. So I have this lip set up here for magnets, and then this lip here is set up for washers, steel washers. So the containers are magnetic, and that allows them to sort of stay together a little bit better on the when they're stacked in the cars. So rounding out my my container collection for shows, and or at least for the cars that I've got so far for shows, and yeah, using these up. So far I'm pretty happy with this model, but I'm still tweaking it, so I'll probably continue to make some changes before I decide if I'm going to share it online or anything like that. Yeah. What are you up to today, sir?
Trying to integrate some old scenery into the new module space.
Cool, cool. Why is the tunnel portal so deep?
Because I don't want to take too much out and then be like, oh man, I took too much out.
Okay.
I'm working on it here. I'm slowly.
No, that's cool. I just wasn't sure. Like, have you had a look at it a little further out? Maybe I would kind of like it a bit more. The portal was showing, I think.
Yeah. Well, it will. I'm gonna keep chomping it back here.
Oh, okay. So you're intentionally looking to push the scenery back further there?
Where, here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I have to get it away from. If I bring it out here,
Yeah.
then I end up with like a super wall where the tunnel portal is, and it doesn't really make sense.
Okay.
So I'm gonna end up cutting this down here,
okay.
and then sort of
Shaping it.
shave it so it's nice,
Gotcha.
and then this wall will continue across
Okay, cool.
and through here, and then there'll be another tunnel portal here. So it'll come out of the portal,
Yeah.
and then back into another portal, and then you
Cool.
won't see it.
Nice.
That's
Sweet.
the plan.
Nice. Excellent.
But one
Get her done.
misstep with the grinder, and then it might be a bigger tunnel portal.
Yeah, we all know that grinder loves to misstep.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bit of a drunk dancer, that grinder.
It caught me yesterday here
Oh,
on the finger.
buddy, we're gonna have to write a safety manual for the railways here. Good afternoon, Doc.
How's it going today?
Yeah, doing well. We were just working on train stuff and thought we would pop online. Hey, if you're interested in that printer, why don't you shoot me an email? I'll drop the email in the chat here, and we can see if we can arrange something. I also have some spools of filament that I probably won't be using, so I'd be willing to part with those at a discount as well. Probably, I would think, compared to what I paid. Yeah, no worries. Sounds good. So I'm building containers. Mike's working on scenery, and not losing a limb or a digit to that old school die grinder of his. I thought I shared my email in the chat. Did I not? Huh, that's weird. I put it there, and then I'm pretty sure it's sent. It's Central Northeastern Railway at gmail.com. So that's, yeah, not a problem. I did put it in the chat on YouTube, but I'm not sure if it didn't come through for some reason. Oh, maybe because it's a link. Let me... So it's this at gmail.com. There you go.
Railway.
There's a Y. Yeah, same as a YouTube channel. Yep. It's just on the next line, man. I can't control everything. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, I'm not going to like the formatting of that. That sucks. Won't ever do that again. YouTube doesn't like... Oh, yeah. Huh. Interesting. I have never experienced that before. I guess I'm not much of an email sharer. I share my drawings, but not my emails. Here we go with the Mad Die Grinder again. I might start taking odds on disastrous outcomes. We'll see. Don't know if becoming a injury bookie online is a good idea. But boy, is it tempting with that thing. All right, so done cutting that out. Now we will check all the folds, or I guess fold all the folds, and then we'll check the fit into the container body, or the container innards, guts. Might have to pick up a set of colored Sharpies to just touch up the cut lines or the fold lines of these containers.
Oh yeah.
I just see a little white showing, and you know, I'm sure nobody else will notice. They probably shouldn't be close enough to, but it bugs me. It itches my scratch. Kind of funny, actually. Saturdays are kind of my day for that thing. I almost want to be like, okay, I'm going to Staples, I'll be right back.
Oh yeah.
So we'll check for fit. Something wrong there. Oh, I think I know what happened. These didn't. These got scaled accidentally. Yep. All right. Well, good cutting practice anyways. We'll print out another one. Send file. Sure it's this one. Yep. Print. Actual size. Correct printer. Orientation doesn't matter. Rendezvous. All right. Flashing lights means that things are happening. Okay. I've also got the 3D printer running in the background in case anybody or everybody can hear that.
Oh, I thought it was Chomp.
It's, well, we've nicknamed it Chomp, right? Chomp the 3D printer. He's cousins of Puff the Magic Dragon. But less interesting. I mean, I guess it all depends on how you get your, where you get your interest from. CNER isn't using the old station in South River or Grey. First, they're going to be putting bus stop like glass slacks. I've heard they're doing that at some locations. I'm I'm not sure which locations they're doing that at. Yeah. I think some of the buildings might be no longer owned by the ONR. Some of the buildings might be no longer in feasible shape to repair. I'm not real sure. In use for something else, maybe.
I wonder if they
thought they were
saved
doing that.
Matheson.
Pardon?
I wonder if they saved Matheson.
I heard they saved Matheson. I thought they were going to use the station for that. But I think they're just going to use it for ticket sales, and I'm not 100% sure. I know, I'm pretty sure they're doing that in Huntsville too, right? They're not using the station because it's in use by someone else. So they're just setting up the glass enclosures. These off? Yeah, I 3D printed the internal frames, and then these containers are just printed on a color laser printer. An inkjet might actually make more sense, but a color laser's what I've got. And I kind of hate inkjet printers, right? You buy one, you use it for 3 prints, you don't use it for another month, and then it gets all clogged up and it's not usable anymore, and then you're out. Whereas toner never dries out. And yeah, the inserts I 3D printed, I designed myself and 3D printed. They're basically just like a loose frame with some lips for positioning the magnets and the washers on the other sides, and then a bit of cross bracing at the end, so that when you fold the exteriors up, it kind of gives it something to stop at, and so they're less likely to get sucked in or whatever, like get pushed beyond and ruin the container build. So yeah. We just score the fold lines lightly. I'm basically just dragging a knife over it twice, so don't even really apply any down pressure. These were purchased from Digcom Designs. They do lots of great work, and you buy the PDF file once, and then you can print as many as you want. I think they're like $6 US per file or something like that. So yeah, it takes a bit of cost to get the get a bit of variety, but it's still cheaper than buying containers. Basically, you only have to print one, and you've made your money back. I think a lot of people do them at a card stock and don't do any sort of internals. But I wanted to add magnets because I wanted them to be more stable in the double stack configuration in cars. So I printed out the internal guts to give me a place to put magnets without putting undue stress on the exterior shell of the container. So some spots, the city of Gravenhurst tried to get them to stop at the station. Owner, I guess, isn't having it. South River will be a bus stop like Shack. Yeah, I'm not real sure. I guess it must depend on each individual situation. Discard that. I did that one. I will cut the cut lines here while I've got my ruler in the right spot. Should have done that on the other one, but I didn't. So that is life. Friend of mine from the Revelstoke cam, fellow end scaler, printed me off some containers for the well cars I got from him. Just need decals. I think yours look really cool too. Thanks. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with how these usually turn out. So that's kind of all that really matters to me. I think they might be a hair wide, but again, it's one of those things where you're at a show and you're close enough that you're able to tell that these are a few thou too wide, then you're probably too close. Need to enjoy more of Mike's scenery on a wide view. What do you got going on there, sir? It sounds like there's trains running, to be honest. I'm a little jealous. Is that, yeah.
I can assure you there is 0 trains running.
Well, I was wondering, is there traffic going through? You've got that one rail cam up on YouTube, eh? Is there traffic going through the crossing, maybe? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I don't hear anything. All I hear is your printer going.
Okay. Well, I can't hear myself, so I'm pretty sure the sound I'm hearing isn't coming from my side. But who knows?
Traffic outside, maybe?
Maybe. It's all good. I got an owner mystery, or no owner, an OVR mystery box last week, which I purchased for myself, and I got a couple of Kato containers in it, so that has reduced the number of top containers I need to print. There were a couple of Kato 53s Just took the train from Toronto to Windsor and back a couple weeks back. It was really cool to see us going through Ingersoll on the Ingersoll live cam. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Were you on one of the new train sets then, Doc? How did you find that, if so? Did you experience the classic Via Venture rescue mission? A lot of people complain about those new sets, but I think it would be, you know, as a rail fan, it's pretty cool. You start out your trip with one piece of power and then you get to experience a second piece of power later on. I was on the new set going, but came back behind a P92. No rescues, yeah. Cool. Well, we'll see how they run. I think so far from what I've read, and I could be totally mistaken because, you know, I'm not that guy. It sounds like the majority of the problems are winter related. So hopefully they get 9, 8 months or whatever of time to work with the manufacturer and sort out whatever problems they're having before next winter kicks off. And, you know, if not, then ONR's got a ton of extra power to use to pull those sets wherever they need to end up being. A lot of breakdowns in the winter. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That is what it sounds like. Canadian Locomotive Logistics, how are you doing today, sir? We are good. I won't speak for Mike, but he was good the last time I checked, and I haven't seen him slip the die grinder into his finger today, so I think he's probably still good.
I'm good.
How are you doing today, sir? A blade in that knife or a different knife? Maybe I'll grab a different knife. Really surprised owner ordered those same sets, to be honest, at least until Via gets the kinks out. Actually, on my lunch, I had to work today. I am sorry that you had to work today, sir. Thank you for spending part of your lunch with us. I hope you enjoy. Doc, yeah, it sounds like they you know, I think they got better pricing because they tagged onto Via's order, and I think they also got the locomotives a lot sooner because they tagged onto Via's order, because they basically were able to get them built in the middle of the fulfillment of Via's order instead of having to wait and like go through a proper fulfillment whatever, right? So basically they got the benefit of just extending Via's order. At least that's what I understand. Time-wise and cost-wise, I'm not sure if there were any real significant cost savings, but yeah, that was my understanding of why they bought those. I don't think there was a lot out there to choose from at the time either, frankly. Like the MP54s are off the market now, from what I understand. They don't meet the new tier guidelines, or I'm not 100% sure. Again, I'm not that guy. But yeah, like there wasn't, from what I understood, there wasn't a ton of power available to choose from. And with the rate that ONR has been buying up used freight power, I would suggest that they probably didn't want to dedicate any freight locomotives to it. Plus, hopefully, the thought process there is that they're looking to dedicate some new power to a new train with the intention of running it for quite a while. Buy some LRC coaches from Via is what I thought. Yeah, I just don't know that it's a sustainable... Like, the LRC coaches are out of service with Via for a reason, right? Or are leaving service with Via for a reason. I just don't know that used equipment is sustainable in the long run for the service that they want to run. That's how it strikes me anyways. Again, I don't know nothing. I mean, I'm sure that there's not a huge problem with them or anything like that. I certainly don't want to put my foot in my mouth in any way, but yeah, I don't really know. I would think that if those Via coaches were in demand or in great demand, then they would probably already be sold to somebody else, frankly. So there must be some reason that they're ending life. Hey Leo, welcome to the chat.
Hey Leo.
All right. Okay, let's give this fitting a second try. Seems about right now. Yeah, looks good. Looks pretty okay. Alright, so I'll set this aside. And go ahead and glue the magnets and steel in. See, everybody's modeling today. Cool. Or the vast
Yeah.
majority of us. Everybody who's got time. I'm just setting the magnets in place. And I will hold them down with the aluminum handle on my X-Acto while I just wick a little bit of CA in there. I'm actually going to grab a bit of parchment to put underneath all of this. These aren't watertight, so they tend to leak some. I would like to be able to remove them from my work surface when I'm done so I can enjoy them. All right, I'll be right back.
Wish it was a bit warmer. Yeah, for sure. Pretty much done with the snow.
Bit warmer would be okay. Yeah, a little bit of the glue seems to wick through. Always a good idea to use a bit of something in between the work surface and these 3D printed bodies. That was a lot more glue than I intended. That's fine. Yeah, a bit warmer would be good, eh? Everybody says they're not looking forward to the rain, but I think, you know, you don't have to shovel rain. Is that guy allowed to have a knife? We always watch him pretty carefully.
Yep.
Under
As long as
close
it's not
supervision.
Well, as long as it's not an air nailer.
Yes, yeah. Yeah. The power tools. We're much more cautious about allowing them around power tools. After the air nailer debacle of 23.
Was that long ago?
I think so, yeah. I'd have to double check, but I'm quite confident that it was about then. I do believe that you have celebrated 3 anniversaries since it happened.
Nice.
Now I just have to know. I'm gonna go check. Yeah, 2023.
Well, that's good that you have that written down.
I do like to, you know, celebrate the milestones. Just wait till we get to your 5-year anniversary.
Yeah.
Now I am just getting ready to glue in the washers. As usually happens, I lost one to the magnet. Ugh. Lost them both in the fight. Tight tolerances in here. Glued my finger in and glued my fingers together. Oh boy, it's all downhill from here.
This morning it was 0. Yeah, it was actually not too bad this morning up here. Not sure what it is right now, but
A little bit of rubbing alcohol, glue's all set. We can start working on stuff again. Ugh, for God's sake. Alright, yep. So we'll do those one at a time. And we'll hold them down. I think these washers have become magnetized. I don't usually see this much problems with them.
well, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. There, I think I've got one pinned down in place, more or less. Isn't it? And again.
It's all this foam dust.
Gorgeous sunny day in Restoule. Yesterday they were saying snow, possibly rain for today. Better weather for your solar panels. Yes, sir. It is the unpredictable season for weather. That is for certain. Okay. Yeah, this one is for sure magnetized. Because it just keeps jumping up. So that's okay. We will hold it down while we get some glue in place. And that was way too much glue, but it's going to stay whether it likes it or not. Alright. That one's wicking out pretty bad. We'll give it a quick wipe with some Kleenex, which seems to help it set. And we'll breathe on it a little bit and give it some moisture, and that should help set it off real quick.
Don't pass out.
I'll try.
If I hear a thunk, I'll know what happened.
Yep, too much heavy breathing. Exactly. Send help. But only if you hear a thunk. Otherwise, I'm okay. We're good. Alright. So this one should be good to go in. Gotta go back to work. Well, thanks for stopping by, and thanks for whatever hard work you're doing today. I'm sure that you're helping society out, so appreciate your sacrifice. And we'll see you at the next time.
Have a good one.
Got to make the money so I can spend it on trains. Well, that moves the economy along, and that helps, you know, society. So there you go. Have a great day, sir. Magnet at the bottom, right? Yeah, magnet at the bottom. Alright. So I have recently had pretty good luck putting these together with white glue. So that is what I'm going to do here. Bit of white glue, paintbrush, should be good. There's the, if anybody wants to buy the container I'm building right now, just the laser printed or the PDF to print, and it's Digcom Designs. You can find them on Facebook and on the interwebs. I do each flap individually as much as possible. Just a thin coat of glue, thinnish coat. Usually just to the point where you can kind of see it. If you put too much, it squeezes out as you put the sides together. And the intention here is not to glue the innard in. It is simply to glue the paper together. And I usually make sure that it's all lined up properly and then apply a bit of pressure, which also having the inside piece helps with that. And then the glue is pretty well set. Like, the white glue doesn't take much more than a few seconds of pressure to get itself in place. And then we move on to the next set of flaps. Just enough glue, again, to kind of keep it tacky until I can get the two sides together. And the last set of flaps is where I have the most challenge, because there's the one long one as well. So we sort of push that correctly into place. These are 40s that I'm working on right now, Doc. I do have some 53s, and I think I've also got some 50s, but mostly concerned with, I need 40s for the or 40s or 50s for the well cars, because they're only 50-foot well cars. 40s or 48s, sorry, 40s or 48s for the well cars, because they're only 48-foot well cars. So I'm working through that kind of challenge first, and then that'll give me the base to put everything else on, and yeah, then I can put whatever. So my friend printed off as well. Yeah, if there's a lot of and I'm sure there are some 53-foot cars out there, but I only have 48s right now. So here again, we've kind of, everything's glued, it's sort of holding itself together, and now I'm gonna real quickly here try and get glue down the long side. The other trick I found with this is that if it takes you too long, then the glue kind of dampens the paper and wrinkles a bit. So, trying to be careful, trying to be exact, but also trying to be quick. And then I essentially just start in the middle pinching things together as I go. And make sure the corner looks good and everything's pushed in as far as it's supposed to be. Try not to apply too much pressure because there's those holes in the side of the frame. I have had my fingers go through the frames a couple of times at this stage. So now I'm just looking to again apply that pressure to the glue joints, pushing down on the frames. Will they go through standard tunnel, double stacked, or only single, or have you tried? So we have been, because we both run containers, we have been ensuring that our tunnels are designed for double stacks. I think double stack's the tallest car, eh, Mike? Basically, we've figured out they're taller than auto racks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the auto racks will go through. The double stacks will go through. There's not a ton of space, but there's not a ton of space in real life either. Well, there we go. That should be. We've got a bit of a lip there, so I'll just see if I can't work some glue into that spot where it doesn't seem to have stuck. Just kind of try and get under the edge here. Push that down. Your latest mystery box, did you get pad, screwdriver, and pen? No, I didn't get a pad, screwdriver, and pen in my latest mystery box. I have gotten all those things already. I'm a big fan of the mystery boxes, so I have purchased a few of them. I think it's a cool way to kind of commit to getting something that you might not normally buy. And I think, frankly, OVR does a good job of, you know, within reason, of meeting what you tell them. So, you know, I've always sort of told them I buy an N scale box, so that's the first thing. I tell them I'm modeling northeastern North America. In case there's any scenery stuff, I don't get any, you know, Joshua Tree models. And I freelance, and I'm pretty happy with a lot of the stuff that comes through. So, yeah, you know. After seeing your mystery box streams, the both of you, I bought one, only got 5 cars. Second box got scenery stuff and 3 rolling stock. Do you buy them often? So far, I buy them about twice a year. I think it says on the website that you'll for sure get 2 pieces of rolling stock. And then it tells you what the value is that you'll get. And the value is basically more than you spend. So this latest mystery box, I got the containers. Yeah, so I got the Kato containers. I got the... I think it all just depends on what they've got on hand at any given time, right? I got the Kato container 2-pack. I got a building kit, a hydrocal casting building kit, and I got a Microtrains 3-car set, which was very unique, and something I probably wouldn't have bought for myself, but I will absolutely make the most of and enjoy. So, you know, it was there wasn't a lot of unwrapping air quotes in this mystery box, but I definitely got my value out. You know, I mean, I think probably everybody goes and checks the value afterwards. just to see how they made out. But I definitely got my value out of the box, and I really enjoy them. Like I said, it's one of those things where when you go into a hobby shop or into even a train show and you're kind of looking for something, I feel like you're not necessarily seeing what else might be there or what other opportunities may be presenting themselves. And, you know, if you give good information about what you're looking for in terms of the mystery box, and you're okay with making use of whatever comes your way, then I think they're great value. I sort of see it similar to like if we went to a train show and you know, there was a box of stuff on the counter or on somebody's table that was going for $40. I take a look at it and I see, you know, 1 or 2 cars in there and a bunch of other stuff. I probably would just grab it. Prices of each item on a piece of paper. I've never had that happen, but yeah. Like I said, I've always been happy with my mystery boxes. I get some stuff in there sometimes that, you know, like I said, I wouldn't normally buy. I just happen to have this handy on my desk. In one of my previous mystery boxes, I got this Microtrains car. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And that is not probably something that I would have walked into a hobby shop and intentionally picked off the shelf and purchased, but I think it's cool and fun, and I'm gonna run it every St. Patrick's Day, and it may make its way onto the layout it shows too. Absolutely. I'm pretty operations focused in my own sort of modeling, so that definitely isn't something that I would have purchased, but I totally thought that was a fun addition to the mystery box that I got. And yeah, like I said, I think, I don't want to, you know, don't quote me. I think they say you'll get at least $200 in value for your 150, and there will be at least 2 pieces of rolling stock. So, you know, I've never been let down by a mystery box. I think you just have to be open-minded about what is potentially going to show up. I didn't think the Walthers ones were available in N scale. But yeah, I mean, Walthers would be another one that I might be interested in. The Rapido ones, the Rapido stuff is cool, but it's all Rapido. You know, like, well, you said you watched some of my mystery boxes before. So I've gotten scenic material. I've gotten scenic material. I think your phone flipped, Mike.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
I had something. I gotta move something.
Yeah, no worries, all good. I thought maybe the stream had froze. I've gotten scenic stuff. I've gotten like building kits. I got a parking lot kit in one, and some, you know, I can totally understand how some people would be like, "Oh, building lot kit or parking lot kit, that's boring," but it's a great sort of like thing that you can you know, toss into your box of general hobby supplies. That's absolutely like that's gonna turn into a parking lot for probably 3 or 4 different kits. I think that's great value, just huge. So yeah, you know, I really like the mystery boxes. I don't want this to sound like an ad for Otter Valley Railway, but I've been super happy with my mystery boxes for sure. So this 40-foot container is done. It's all glued up. I think this is probably the best one I've put together so far. There's no real weird spots in the corners where I wasn't able to get it lined up perfectly or anything like that. So this should be good to go. And it will magnet onto the existing containers that I've got. So looks pretty good if you ask me. Gonna be greater to show from 2 feet away. Yeah. And I've seen it. So for all of my, you can't run it if you haven't seen it, friends, I've seen it. It's perfect. This number, in fact. I don't know what the number is, but that's okay. Author says the one box is both HO and N, but the cars are all HO. I'll give the HO scale stuff to my little buddy in Arnstein. He'll appreciate it. He's only 13, but models in HO scale. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I guess yeah, that's cool. I haven't seen much in terms of reviews on the Walthers boxes. I really like the value that I get out of OVR, and you know, that's my way of supporting the quote unquote local guy, air quotes, the local guy. OVR is as local as it gets in terms of mystery boxes. So that's where I shop for my mystery boxes, at least for now. Any other hobby shops? If you'd like to start mystery boxes and you want to, have me open one and demonstrate what value it brings on air, feel free to reach out. It's Central Northeastern Railway at gmail.com. That was pretty funny. Nobody's going to reach out. That's all good. All right, let's grab a different container. Here we go. Doc, I agree with Chris. Please feel free to reach out, but I'm not joking. There you go. Good luck, Doc. Let me know who reaches out. Maybe I'll reach back to them directly. Okay, so I'm going to also put this paintbrush in water, because by the time I get around to using it again, it's going to be hard. So I'll use a new paintbrush for each one, wash them all when it's done, and then I get to reuse them again later. So there's a clean brush. And I'm just going to go grab some water. Did you talk to the fire marshal, Mike, first before you decided to use all that foam?
On my foam bomb?
Your foam bomb?
No.
That's not funny. We're always careful about safety, as much as we may joke about it. Score first.
Score.
I'm spelling your name right, Chris. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Same pants. Yeah.
Yep.
Those are a Mike special.
I've got 11 pairs of these things.
Might as well use them, right?
Well, I'm not going to wreck my own pants and my own washing machine.
Exactly.
I was still laughing about the last responder thing.
You like that, eh?
That was pretty funny.
Is Mike a first responder? No, he's a last responder. I know you'd be there for me if I needed you. Probably, eventually.
Maybe.
Maybe. Not anymore. Beware the. Oh, don't be sorry. No, it was funny. Jeez, man. Don't ever be sorry about setting me up for a good joke.
Yeah.
It's too late now. You already admitted you were still laughing about it, friend.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, it was funny. See?
Might actually try some spray foam on this.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You know, if you just glue a bunch of blocks up there together, you can carve them down with a chainsaw.
I don't have an electric chainsaw.
Well,
And
that sounds like something we can easily remedy.
I don't think firing up my 2-stroke chainsaw in the house would be a great idea.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think it might be a great idea. I think it might be a great idea for sure. I'm going to set this down for a minute. I've got one 3D print done. I'm gonna get it off the print bed and start another print so that the printer is productive while I'm doing this.
You gonna show that?
I might. I don't know. The designer, I didn't design it. They were pretty gratuitous in the use of a logo that they don't have any rights to. So we'll see. Not that I think anybody would mind free advertising, but you know.
Oh, like it's got their logo in the print?
It has a big logo like printed right into the body.
Oh.
Yeah. Laid out. Crack, crack, fold, fold. Still some supports there. It's okay.
Talking with my buddy over at Timber Martin Powassan, Brady was just telling me we could go that blue and pink styrofoam is going up in price again. Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah. Everything's going up in price. On oil-derived product, unfortunately. What that Mike is working on, what I'm needing to get a lot of. Yeah. Yeah. It is unfortunate. I've read, I mean, you kind of read in all the magazines and a lot of blog posts and stuff to like swing by a building site towards the end of the build and ask for any scraps or ask if you can go dumpster diving for their scraps. I've never done that, but I don't know, maybe that's a feasible option. Who knows? I'll have to be more careful about my support placement in the future.
Oh, yeah?
Some of the supports are in the pack out foot. I think they'll come out eventually. It's just a matter of... Oh yeah, they're not too bad actually. They're not too bad actually. I'll have to check that model out. That's a bit of weirdness. So that print was this cup holder for the top of a Milwaukee pack out. Milwaukee.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so somebody blazoned the logo into it pretty hard there. But yeah, it's seems good. The supports were in the foot, which is a little weird. There's a bit of a weird notch out of the foot there that I don't necessarily understand, but we'll give that a try. It is going to interfere with the use of the handle on a... Oh, maybe it doesn't much. I wonder if I can a cup in there with it. It's pretty wide.
Like bigger than a coffee cup?
Yeah, like bigger than my Yeti.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like almost comically large. I don't know if you can see on screen.
Oh, yeah.
There's like lots of... So I don't know. I might take a look and see other options. I'm not sure how I feel about this one. May give it a try and see how it goes. I guess if you... Yeah, like it locks into the top and you can put the coffee cup in it without interfering with the handle. So at least there's
That'd
that.
probably be super sloppy on a paper cup.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah. Yeah, definitely need something smaller than that. But that's okay.
That's the important cup.
What's the important cup? A paper cup or the
The
Yeti?
paper cups in the morning.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah? So you need me to sort this out for you, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess we both bring paper cups to the shows, eh?
Yep.
All right. So I'll take a quick look at the next model I was going to try. That'll be cool. A bit smaller. I'll try that. I'll try this. 5.9 hours. What the hell? Won't be sharing it in this stream.
Wow, that must be elaborate.
It is elaborate, unfortunately, yeah. I wonder if this solid version is less time to print? No. No. Okay. Maybe
Yeah, I
I'll
was
try-
talking with Chris about arm fire there.
What's that?
What Doc's saying.
Okay, give me a sec to get back to it. This one seems really narrow. Like too narrow. Well, I don't know. I'll have to keep. Oh, maybe I like this. I don't know. That's too narrow too, I think. Oh, I might be on a custom design binge here before too long. That's unfortunate. What did you say, Doc? Even though... I've been doing that with my nephew. No, he's a HO. There's a fellow in Ottawa that might be going to the Arm Power show. Oh, Chris at GVO. Met him over at OVR. So hopefully he'll come by and check you guys out. Yeah. Yeah, there are a few of the Ottawa-ish local gang do the Arm Power show. If not then maybe another time. All right. 5.5 hours. Might as well get it started, I guess. Something I've been curious about, someone asked, I didn't know, but do you just go to show off your layout or do you sell stuff there as well? We don't, or haven't yet, gone to sell stuff. We just take the layout to exhibit.
But boy, do we buy stuff. No,
we can, we have, it has occurred. I think in most of the shows that I've gone to or experienced, exhibitors don't need to, like there isn't a cost to exhibit, but there is a cost to sell if you're going. So I don't know how that would work. I don't know if you'd need to. I would imagine you would need a separate table if you were going to sell any sort of real quantity of stuff anyways. Must get quite costly just in expenses to go. Yeah, it's not inexpensive, that's for sure. But it's like any other hobby thing or holiday. I think we both sort of treat it as our holiday or one of our holidays now, so that helps make the cost a bit more palatable. Start that print. that. And we're going to print it in PETG in red. Also a way to make end scaling more known. Yeah, there aren't usually much in the way of end scale layouts at a show, so
That's funny. We were even talking about that this morning with even the people doing live streams.
yeah, not a lot of I mean, end scale is just less. There's just less. Not that that's a bad thing. It just is what it is. Yep. But that's okay. It works well for us. It's more bang for our real estate buck.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usable, right? Like I think we sort of talked on a previous stream about Z-scale. It's super interesting and like cool to see from like a how small it is perspective. But I think the technology just isn't quite there yet in terms of smooth, slow speed, like scale speed running, and DCC is hard to do in a lot of them. And switching is, difficult because everything is so blinking small. And even less Canadian N-scale YouTubers. Yeah, we were talking about that today, eh? How many Canadian N-scale YouTubers are there? There's N-scale Dystopia, that we're aware of anyways. N-scale Dystopia. There is us.
Yeah, in Canada, I can't think of any. Who else is in scale?
I don't.
I know people have N scale, but
Yeah.
not like
streaming
solely N scale
or YouTubing. YouTubers. I'm not. Feels a little weird to think of myself as a YouTuber, but I guess I am one.
I'm talking like dedicate, like actually only that's what they model.
Yeah,
N scale.
for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, lots of people dabble across multiple scales, but yeah. So I mean, that I'm aware of.
If somebody watches this, let us know if you're N scale in Canada.
I heard that you're getting into TT. That's bigger than O, isn't it? No. I'm not getting into TT. Are you getting into TT?
No, we were talking about somebody in the last stream was talking about they were into T-Track modules.
Oh, so T-Track is just a modular standard that's primarily N scale, but has also been adapted to most of the other scales. I can't remember. There's T scale and there's TT scale. One is somewhere around O, I thought, or like somewhere between HO and O, and then the other one is half the size. Is it between Z and N, or is it smaller than Z? I thought that might be smaller than Z. T scale. I guess it's T gauge. So T scale or T gauge is 1 to 450, which is like half the size again of Z scale. And then TT is, I thought TT was somewhere like slightly larger than HO. TT is, oh no, TT is 1 to 120, so it's halfway between HO and N. Yeah, but there's not a lot of that stuff out there. Kevin is N scale in New Brunswick. Well, there you go. That's Kevin's Tiny Trains, is it?
Oh, it might. Yeah. I subscribe to him too.
Yeah, Kevin's Tiny Trains. I think I just recently subscribed to him as well. I just haven't had a chance to look at any of his stuff. But there you go. There's another N scaler. Oh, who's the dude in Alberta?
Southern Alberta Rails?
Southern Alberta Rails. He's N scale too, right?
I don't know, is he?
Yes, because he's doing those coupler changes.
Oh yes, the Impossibles.
Yes.
Impossibles.
And possible. They're possible. Trust me.
Yeah, he's got an awesome layout.
Yes.
That layout's amazing.
I did not score this heavily enough. That's okay. The color's going to look great. Yeah. I've undertaken a small test in Impossible for, I guess, for this upcoming show season, or at least for the first part of it. I've swapped out N-Scaler 454s in Alberta. There you go.
Oh yeah, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if he was Canadian or not.
Do either of them do live streams? I'm not sure.
I thought the Southern Alberta Rail did live streams, but only for members. I know a lot of his stuff is member-only content, which is unfortunate because I really like his stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, N-Scaler 454. I've watched a lot of his stuff too.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm liking how this is kind of looking.
He's in Edmonton.
Definitely.
No streams that I've seen, unfortunately. Oh, yeah. Oh. Cool. He likes to test how much his trains can pull. And Scalar 454, yeah, I've seen him doing pull tests. Yeah. Interesting. He also does some 3D print designing. And he sells some stuff. He's got a store. You're welcome for the plug, Nscaler 454. And sells some digital files too. I've actually I picked up one of his digital files to try printing. See how
the
it
fence
works
one?
out. Yeah, I picked up the fence one. So that'll be an eventual print. I need to do a full filament change for that. So I'm not in a huge rush yet, but I may do a test of that before too long. Just folding these up here. I might not have scored the folds on this very well. Some difficulty finding the lines. Give me a second down the flaps because they are not going to go gracefully, I don't think.
Man, I should have streamed this mountain thing on my channel.
Yeah.
This is actually turning out pretty cool.
Yeah. Epic.
I'm getting the look that I want anyway here.
Yeah, nice.
Successfully turning large chunks of foam into smaller chunks of foam.
Excellent. Well, you know, everybody's got to be good at something.
Yep. I'm kind of liking that though. Like,
Nice.
so you'll have
Yeah, I like that.
there's the one side.
Yep.
So he'll come out of there. You'll just see him for a little flash. And then this one will come in.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of liking that. sort of scenery break, right? Because you can't see the other module.
Yeah, you
and
can't
then
see
with
the other. Yep.
backdrop.
Yeah, it just sort of disappears. Yeah, I like that.
Same with on this side. It'll be the same sort of idea.
Yeah, the effect will be even more pronounced with the leg extensions on, eh?
Yeah, because it'll be like eye level almost.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, Mini Prince is... Yeah, he's got N scale stuff. I don't know what scale he models in. But I guess we could consider Mini Prince an N scale YouTuber. He YouTubes about N scale stuff, so hard to disqualify him. I'm not really interested in disqualifying anybody from anything, frankly. I think a lot of it is all applicable across the board. Like, you know, we watch GVO do scenery stuff in HO, and all of those techniques are all applicable to N scale. It's just a matter of, you know, scaling it down a little bit. But we get bigger yards. Haha, Chris. Just kidding. Just kidding, buddy. Just in case you ever watch this. I think the rivalry between N and HO is half the fun when people are lighthearted about it.
In the end, it's all just trains.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just a hobby, and it's just fun, and whatever works. Whatever works is what works. I saw somebody has took the T-Track standard and turned it into a standard for modules for abandoned rail that's been turned into walking trails, like rail trails.
I did see that somewhere.
T-Track rail trail. So
yes.
like, I remember when I first came across that, there were some angry model railroaders in that, like, chat or blog post or comments or whatever it was. But like, I don't understand what the problem is. For starters, it exists. It's real. And secondly, like, okay, so you don't like rail trails because it means the death of the railway. Whatever. It's, you know, the railway follows economics, and that's life. It is what it is. But realistically, like, why would you not take the opportunity to have a look at that? And some of the scenery is just mind-blowingly done. Like, all you're doing is throwing out an opportunity to look at good scenery techniques. Like, meh, just doesn't add up to me. You know?
Yeah.
Now that I've offended everybody and they're leaving in droves.
Everybody's leaving the channel. Unsubscribe.
Yep, exactly. Stupid rail trail guy. There, good fit. Now we move on to playing with magnets and steel in too close a proximity again.
Oh, here it is. Found it.
Maybe I'll do the washers first. Yeah, you get lots of ideas from HO scale streams. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
you know, just an idea is an idea is an idea, right? Like, I don't know how you can be against HO scale if you use the prototype for inspiration, because the prototype is just a different scale. DIY and digital. Yeah, he's in. Yeah, he's in the U.S. Yeah, lots of hands-on stuff there. I think we've both seen him before.
Pretty sure.
I thought you had some crossings that were based on his code or something.
I do.
Yes, there you go.
Yes. Arduino.
Yeah,
My Arduino crossings.
yeah. Which,
and they
you
work
know,
awesome.
yeah. And, you know, for anyone who's watching the scale and they're like, oh my God, Mike's technical? Wow, that's amazing. He's not.
No.
And it's mind-blowing that he's ever made that work.
I legit just copied what
I'm
he
just
did.
kidding. You did great work on those.
They look good.
They do look good, but you are not a very technical guy, usually. Usually when the technology breaks, it's Mike's fault. If something doesn't just work, but it was supposed to, it's probably because Mike got his juju all over it.
But I can do other things.
Exactly. We make a pretty okay team sometimes. Yeah, he does lots of Arduino stuff.
I like this mountain, but all I can think of is how can I take it apart and glue it and put it back together?
Oh yeah, no doubt. Just set it down upside down somewhere else. Or glue it down. So like glue the top piece to the next piece down, and then glue them down, and then glue them down. And then you'll get to the bottom and you can lift the whole thing off.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious about the spray foam though.
Yeah, eh? Do you have some?
I don't know. I might have to check in the garage.
You have to weight
'Cause
the whole
if-
thing in order to do that.
Yeah, unless I get the low expansion stuff.
Even then, I think. How tight a radius have you gone without kinking the track? Mr. Mike?
I don't know. I try not to go tighter than 19 inches. So I haven't really experimented with it.
Yeah. We like running modern equipment. Modern equipment tends to be longer, and longer equipment tends to need wider curves. So we both pretty much without fail try pretty hard to be at 19-inch radiuses.
Just reading. It was a stupid question, but it was a legit question. It was, would spray foam stick to foam board? Which, yeah, it does. But according to the Google machine,
Yes.
it actually creates a bond stronger than the foam board itself.
Yeah, because
apparently.
it basically welds it, right? It's it's like solvent. The solvent in the spray foam is what keeps it goopy until you spray it, and then the solvent is what like as it evaporates, it is what lets it set up. I thought that the solvent was also under pressure like carbon dioxide, which is also what helped with, like, made for the expansion bit, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure where I read that. So it could be wrong, a lie. lie by the foam board industry. Designed to drive sales
Yeah.
of carbon dioxide, which they probably own stock in. Just kidding. I'm sure none of that is actually true. If it is, please don't come after me, foam board industry executives. I didn't know. I was just being silly.
I guess even if it expands in the thing in between, it wouldn't overly matter.
It would what?
It wouldn't overly matter. If it expands between, it would just fill its own gaps, right?
So, like, yeah, but it can actually push it up. You need to weight it down.
Yeah. Yeah, but it would still fill its own space. It would still be glued together. It's not like these need to be perfectly level.
Yeah, but it only expands a certain bit, right? So it's like,
Yeah.
I hear what you're saying, but you will end up with air pockets. And I would think that, like, if you're not pushing the solvent tightly up against the two bits of foam, it may not create the same strength of bond. Give it a try, man. Go for it.
Yeah, that's it. Because I gotta fill the holes around the tunnel portals for sure.
Yeah, for sure. But you've got a bunch of weights there, so I just don't know why you wouldn't bother weighting it down.
Because it's like trying to stack a bunch of gooey things that slide around.
Okay.
You'll see when you build a mountain.
I understand. So you put the bottom layer down, right? And then you put some stuff down, some spray foam down, and then you put the next layer down, and you're going to push it down.
Yeah, I'm just filling the gaps here. I'm trying to think of filling the gaps around my tunnel portals.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know.
Get her done, friend. Give it a try. See what happens. It's all just going to get carved out anyway. Frankly, if it doesn't stick, then we'll just come back and do it with whatever else. Or more spray foam.
I usually use the caulking.
Yeah. Like, there's nothing that says that we can't just go back and do a second round of spray foam. To, solid things up if anything comes out a little loosey-goosey. You're distracting, man. I still haven't started that 3D print.
Well, what are you doing?
I know. This is my problem.
Sitting there looking at yourself in the mirror or what?
Well, no.
I built a whole mountain.
That's not really my style. You were already started when that print finished. So let's not get too far ahead of ourselves here. Oh, 430 layers. That's going to make a sweet time lapse. I'm going to have to shoot that time lapse. Yeah, 5.5 hours.
That's crazy.
Goofy. I'm going to have to turn that on and re-slice it, aren't I? Do I need supports? Probably not. I think probably get bent. Maybe I do need supports. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need supports. That sucks. Alright, so supports on build plate only. Then I'm gonna go over here. If I leave that to traditional, I get Oh, gurgle. I get 131.43 grams in 5 hours, 24 minutes. If I turn that into smooth, I get 139 grams and 5 hours 51 minutes. You need all that support. Yes, I do. I'll just do the smooth one. 6 hours.
Stuff isn't cheap, eh?
What do you mean?
Spray foam.
No, I know. You don't use a ton of it, but it is not cheap. I think that's the other good reason to weight it down, is that you can put the lines closer together or further apart because it spreads out further instead of growing up. Printed plate. Go chomper, buddy. Go. All right, back to where I was. There we go. Why is there so much glue everywhere? I didn't think I'd gone that bananas with it, but all right. Oh, yeah. Where were we going?
What?
I'm starting to feel motion sick, buddy. What are you doing?
I'm thinking what I want to do.
I see. Sounds like a problem. Do we need to launch a poll?
No.
No. Say I didn't offer. All right, so that one's ready to go in that. I'm actually going to fold a few more and get a couple of Get a couple of uses out of the next brush. Just sent you the email. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look at that. Thanks, Doc. Scoring seems okay.
Be right back.
Okay, thanks for the warning. Yeah, no problem, Doc. Thanks for reaching out with your interests. If we can make a deal, then that helps me and helps you, and all the help is helped. 2, 3. Do like being helpful whenever possible. Kill 2 stones with 1 bird. Those. Two, 3. I'll do the small ones. 2, 3. I'll do the big ones where I score and cut in the same ruler. Adjustment. 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. I'm watching a comedy sitcom sometimes. Yeah, well, you know, Mike will tell you I'm not funny, but I think he's just full of it. He just wishes he was as funny as me. He might be jealous. We won't tell him when he gets back, though. We'll see if he actually watches the stream afterwards. That's funny. Both of us tend to watch the streams just to see if there was any, like, technology challenges that we didn't notice, or, you know, whatever. See how things went. Make sure that we feel like we're providing a service and not being a pain. That sort of thing. We seem to have gotten the YouTube delay down to a, like, usable level. So that's something. That was something that was kind of bothering both of us. Was the, like, delay in the chat and that sort of thing. So happy we managed to figure out how to change that. Still a good delay, about 3 to 5 seconds. Yeah, 3 to 5 seconds. That sounds about right. I think it was like 10 or so the last time when I made the change. So 3 to 5 seconds is bearable-ish, probably. Just I think it helps make the conversation a bit more feasible. It makes it easier to control the stream too, frankly. You know, in terms of the like waiting for the pre-roll to end or before switching scenes and all of that stuff. So at least from my perspective, I think Mike doesn't do a lot of that stuff, but I like goofing around with that kind of that technology component of it too, so makes my life easier anyway. I'd be curious to see if the background audio that's occurring right now makes it into the YouTube stream, because I keep hearing things and Mike keeps saying that I'm not, or that he can't hear them, I should say. So I'll be curious to know if he hears this background stuff as he has walked away. I feel like some of it is the mic on his headset picking up the earbuds or earphones on his headset. You hear the music, but I'm hearing talking and some other sounds. Yeah. I think that is coming through the headset on Mike's end. I think at least some of it is like a half-second delay of me talking. Yeah. And then he said he can hear my 3D printer running pretty loudly, so I expect that might be part of it. And then maybe the music at different times is getting loud enough that it's also contributing to it. But yeah, on the TV it's much quieter than my phone. Ah, okay, cool. Not disturbing it. Good to know. Hear him coming. Remember our deal. We don't talk about what happened while he was gone.
And back, what I miss?
Oh, not much.
Got me some spray foam.
What? Oh, did you really? Up in the... What, did you have some in the shop, or did you go to the store?
No, I just went to Home Hardware.
That's amazing. I should have gone to Staples earlier.
You could have.
I could have, yeah, no doubt. That's hilarious. Yeah, we were talking about you. You'll have to watch the live stream again afterwards to see what we had to say.
That's okay. I probably won't.
Perfect.
So we're gonna give this DAP home seal. It
Oh, cool.
is on sale.
Nice. Yeah, it's more than a few steps, but not by much. It is, you know, there is something to be said for how convenient everything is within Powassan for what is there.
Mm-hmm. That house is still for sale, you know.
I know. It's just a bit outside my margin.
Well, if I win the lottery.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem.
You'll buy it and rent it to me?
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah, no doubt. You can just write me a more lenient mortgage than the rest of the banks. How's that sound?
Sure.
You can still make your money back. Powassan's very small. If I didn't live here, I think Powassan or Port Loring Ironstein would be my choice to live. Yeah. All nice places. I would like to be in the country, but I need to... the decision has to make financial sense to me right now as well. And right now, the world does not make a ton of financial sense, unfortunately. I guess I gotta do the magnets up for that one too.
This is going to be like that whipped cream can.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? Can't remember the guy's name.
I don't
On
think I
YouTube?
do. No.
Where he shakes up the whipped cream can.
Oh, it just
And
explodes in
it
his
explodes
face?
everywhere. Yeah.
I anticipated what was coming, but I don't actually remember having ever seen that.
I'll have to find that later and send that. It's pretty funny.
It would be cool if we could find a way to get the fascia off there easily in that section for track cleaning. Although I guess you're going to make the whole mountain removable, eh? So it doesn't really matter.
Maybe. Worst case, I got my sticks.
Magnet it in, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. We talked about that.
Yeah, let's magnet the scenery down in places where we can, and then it's like stuck, right? Like it's good and stuck. Just use enough magnets and screw heads or whatever. But it's starting. Oh my god!
My.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's happening. It's happening. Oh, that glue's quick.
Oh my god!
We'll see how much it expands.
Yeah. Eh? I'm really disappointed. I gotta figure out how to do memes in here, because like I just wanted to do the like Michael from The Office running through the place while it's burning down.
Oh my god, it's happening one?
Oh my god, it's happening! It's happening! It expands fast too, says Doc. Ignore at your peril, friend.
Yeah.
Okay, now that you're entertaining the crowd, I'm gonna go grab a quick bite of something.
What?
I know, I haven't had lunch.
Oh,
I'll
you're
be right
gonna
back,
get
though.
hangry?
Yeah, probably. Be right back.
Oh my.
I heard that before I stood up, though. I'm gonna be listening the whole time, just so that you were clear. Because I'm not going to, the home hardware. I'm just going to the kitchen.
The home hardware. I'm just curious to see how this will hold together. Should put some gloves on. There. Put some gloves on. I have this urge to touch this. Okay. Huh. Yeah, you'll know in a few hours. Yeah, I hope so. My biggest concern is if it actually like sticks everything together. I'm trying to do it in layers, start from the top and work my way down, but it's kind of sticky. It doesn't expand as much as I thought it would, or push it away. Or it doesn't seem to, anyway. Even if I can get like the basic shape, I can then like fill up what I need to later on.
I think it, does it keep expanding for like 24 hours?
I don't know. This is low expansion. Let's see here.
No, well, there's your problem right there. No, I'm just kidding. The low expansion is probably good for this particular use, right?
Tack free in 10 minutes and cures in 8 hours.
Okay, so it'll keep expanding slowly for 8 hours, probably. We'll know by tonight.
Yeah.
Or tomorrow morning at the worst.
You'll see it tomorrow morning. If it's gone when you get here, you'll know it didn't work.
Perfect.
What happened to the mountain? Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, you didn't need to see the results.
It's kind of cool though. Like it seems to be holding stuff together ish. Okay.
I was so disappointed I couldn't unmute my mic when you said better put gloves on. I just have the urge to touch it.
Well, like I looked in the hole and like there's a big like gob hanging down over the tracks. I'm like, oh, I want to touch that so bad.
Mm-hmm. Maybe in the future we'll consider taping some paper down over the tracks before we start spraying this stuff.
Yeah, I thought about that. Where's the we in this? There's no we. You're at home eating stuff in your face. I'm here playing with foam. Whatever.
You remember that tomorrow when I'm doing soldering on a layout that I don't own.
There you go. You're practicing for your own. When
Whatever.
you do your own, you'll be the best.
I'm already to a satisfactory level, thank you.
You know soldering because you are the best. You can ask anyone.
It's huge.
And they'll tell you that you are the best.
They all say it. There is no one better.
It'll be the best soldering you've ever seen.
It's so good, it's golden.
Definitely
Golden
doesn't
soldering.
act like glue
It's an amazing deal.
yet.
What do you mean?
Well, like you can't, like if I was using my caulking, it would just, once you stick it down, it'd be like done.
What about Velcroing the mountain rather than gluing it to the table? I mean, Velcro would work too. I think magnets. I'm going with like, I'm going to try and sell this guy on trying magnets. We'll glue a couple of magnets into the mountain. And by a couple, I mean probably like 10 or something. And then we'll just drive screws into the table wherever the magnets are. Super easy to do. I think magnets might be less fuss factor than I'm not on mute, eh? No, I'm not on mute. I think magnets might be less fuss factor than Velcro, just because all of the Velcro I've ever dealt with, like eventually it peels itself up, right? And then you're trying to glue it down and the adhesive's dry, but magnets, they just work. They just work. We both bought like a pack of 200 magnets recently, which is why they're on my mind. All right, I need this. I need a couple of these. What are you laughing at?
I'm thinking about that whipped cream meme.
It would be funny to see that.
I'll send it to you later.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like in on this live stream, it would be funny to see that happen on this live stream.
Oh, it wouldn't be funny for me.
Well, it wouldn't be fun. Like it would be funny in the moment or afterwards. It would be funny afterwards after we knew that you were okay.
You could edit it to a short.
Yeah. Think about the algorithm, buddy.
Think of the views.
You want to say something? I can see it.
You can't see my face.
Just tots. No, but I saw your hands like pointing at it, and then I heard you take a breath like you were gonna talk. Just throw some weight on it, brother.
Yeah, well, it's when you push here, it wants to like it's like trying to push on the top of a fresh cake.
I hear ya. Just throw the weights on, and then like as you're
And
putting
then
them
I'll
on,
come back and it'll be all slanted down like the Leaning Tower of Pizza.
whatever.
Pizza.
Leaning Tower of Pizza.
That's what it would look like. It's
That's right, a Leaning Tower of Pizza.
now I want pizza.
Excellent. You're welcome. You said it, not me.
Yeah.
Leaning Tower of Dinner. Oh, worst part is now I want pizza too, you jerk.
There you go. See?
Ugh, you suck.
Well, I really hope this works. That'd be wicked.
I have a little headache. I have a project I'm procrastinating on, a track with no connector, and it's an extremely hard spot to get at for soldering, especially when you're left-handed. Those can be difficult. But I will say, as someone who has dealt with a lack of feeders, they're always worth the effort to get in place. The only thing that consistently carries power to tracks is feeders. That's the way to look at it. No, I don't want Greco's number. Yeah, the only way to consistently power your track is feeders. We've relied on the power routing feature of switches in the past, and we just end up playing with switches halfway through a show, trying to get them to route the power. And the older they get, the worse it ends up being. I feel like I should just go get some baking soda to get this CA to kick off for me. It's not a lot of moisture in this plastic to help it dry. That is for sure.
Lick it.
No, I'm good. Thank you, though. Trying to get a feeder in, but it seems impossible. I'm just going to solder a wire on the outer side of both tracks so they would connect power-wise. I mean, that's always an option too, right? Carrying a feeder back from a different piece of track, for sure. Yeah, you don't... feeders don't necessarily always have to be sunk under the rails. Half the battle is just making it practical to execute. Yeah, sometimes you need a fresh set of eyes on how to make it happen. Good opportunity to walk away and think about it. Look at your options. Sometimes it's a good excuse to revamp the scenery in that location instead of trying to make the scenery that's there continue working. It's always a possibility. Lots of possibilities. What are you laughing about?
I'm just laughing. Now I'm laughing at when I was like, oh, I gotta put gloves on. I want to touch that. I laugh to myself. I think I'm funny.
We all think you're funny too. I'm not sure it's the same thing, but like, we're with you, buddy.
If this doesn't work out, nobody will ever see this again.
That's exactly, again. Everyone here will know, though. We'll all know about your bad decision-making process.
Hey, I bought 2 cans.
Oh, yeah?
Cost $20. They're on sale.
That's not
We'll
bad.
see.
Is it
I've
DAP
spent money
stuff?
on worse things. Yeah, actually it is.
Oh, well, then there you go. That's good quality. I mean, you know, if it doesn't work, it probably wasn't the product.
Worst case, I'll use it on my house.
There you go. There you go. It's all about the practicality of it. Oh, so much CA fumes.
I thought this stuff would stink, but apparently it does not.
It doesn't, eh? Huh. I'm pretty surprised by that too, frankly.
It is still movable.
8 hours, man. 8 hours to cure. Leave it alone.
Yeah, but yeah, it's tacky in 8 minutes.
Yeah, tack free, but that
minutes.
doesn't mean that anything beneath is cured. That just means that you can touch the skin of it without, you know, getting it everywhere, potentially. So many bad jokes.
Oh my. At least you can reposition it. That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, lots of time to work with it.
Well, it seems to stuck stuff together.
I'm sure it'll get better as time goes on.
Huh. Huh.
Huh?
Just looking at stuff.
Yeah. What are you thinking about?
Just
Plotting?
thinking I should put the
Scheming?
corner scenery or corner backdrop in so I can carve around it.
That's not a
That's what
bad
I'm
idea, eh?
thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
That's not a bad idea at all, sir.
Hmm. Maybe not.
Why not?
Because everything wants to move, so I'll just let that dry.
No. That's fine.
It looks kind of goopy in there. Oh, we'll see. Goopy goopy.
That's what she said.
Huh. Okay, I'm gonna quit playing with that and
That's what
see
she
how
said
that
too.
looks. I'll see how that looks.
Yeah, cool.
I could always just make like a little skull cap on the top of this, rather than
Yeah,
the whole mountain.
Yeah, I mean that too.
Because like the whole
Whatever
thing
works.
is, there's what it looks like inside.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I mean, you could always cut the skull cap out, for sure. Whatever works, we'll figure something out. It'd just be nice to have the access since we're at the point where we can make it happen, right?
Yeah. Oh, that glue's pretty solidly.
When you were worried.
Oh yeah. That works well. Now I can't move that.
What do you mean? Like glued to the table?
No, my little middle piece here.
Oh.
There we go. I got it to move. But that'll work good. If it glues like, if the rest of it glues like that, oh man.
Now you know. Now you know.
Now we know. Cool.
Nice. Progress, sir. It is progress.
That's something. I think I might actually like, if this glues nicely, I would actually like fill the gaps on the inside of the tunnel so that when I paint it black, it actually looks nice in the tunnel, even though nobody's going to see it.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking, right? Because, you know,
Have we
you
really
never
been
know.
on for 3 hours and 20 minutes? Or 3 hours and 39 minutes, I mean?
We've been live for 2 hours and 50 minutes.
Oh, okay, yeah. Like, wow. Time flies.
Still, though,
Why did my YouTube just die?
very nearly 3 hours.
Huh.
Enjoying learning. Well, you know, learning is great, but just remember, this isn't a how-to. This is a what happened.
Exactly.
If you do something that we did and it doesn't work out well, I don't want to hear about it. I mean, I want to hear about it, but like, don't blame me. This poor ruler. Yeah, no worries. It's all good. Glad that we can help you think through some of whatever it is you're needing to think through. Sometimes just watching other people do stuff gives you different ideas on other things.
Yep.
I think that's part of why I like model railroading so much, because it's really a jack of all trades kind of hobby.
Yeah, it is. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like trouble.
Just looking how to do this curve.
You're single, all the more time to spend with the hobby. Mm-hmm. That can be the case. I'm also a multi-hobby kind of guy, so I like to spread my time around. One of my friends called me a hobby whore once. They were probably right.
I just said that in my head too. That's funny.
Did you? Yeah. You know who called me a hobby whore. I don't know if you actually know who did it, but you know the person who it was.
Oh, probably.
It was pretty funny, actually. It was a funny moment. Bumped into two people from two different hobbies that both knew each other, and somebody introduced me, and I said, oh, I know this person already. Blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, how do you know them? I'm like, oh, from insert random other hobby. And they did not hesitate to call me a hobby whore in the moment, on the spot.
Well, there you go.
No filter, but that's okay. It was funny. I still think
I
it's
like
funny
that.
to this
Look at
day.
that. Even the same radius. It's like it was meant to be there.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
Wow.
I like that.
Make it happen, friend.
It's going there.
Excellent. Chris from Ottawa might be moving back to the GTA. He was saying in his last stream. Oh, really? I missed his last stream. Why didn't you tell me that, Mike? I thought you were watching his last stream. How could you not share that kind of news with me?
I might have been making dinner at that time.
That's mind-blowing news, friend. Ottawa is... I really like Ottawa. I spent some time there right out of high school. But Ottawa's a bit of a weird city for railroading. I've found it's not super out there considering the size of the city. There are less people, or there seem to be less people who are interested in model railroading than like another city of that size. And I don't know if maybe it's just that it's difficult to find the groups, or if people just kind of do their own thing, which is quite possible. Totally understand. But Ottawa is just, yeah, like not really much in the way of train shows, you know, all of that sort of stuff. So Ottawa's a bit of a weird duck that way. Beautiful city. I really like it there. But a hard city maybe to be a model railroader in socially. Hard city to find a model railway community in, maybe. That's a good way to put that. Then he and his wife were talking about it, and if I remember, she's getting a little tired of Ottawa, but trains are probably part of it. I mean, maybe. Like, I who knows, right? I thought I remembered that he's from Southern Ontario. So, you know, there could be lots of things. Family and old friends and what you know and what you're used to and who knows. I just, I know after his last move, that was, you know, pretty stressful and frustrating, and so I hope that this one, isn't including any of that sort of stuff, and that everything goes smoothly for him. I gotta say though, Chris, if you're watching, modular railways, multi-levels, it can be done and is way more movable without losing stuff. Although, you know, I'm sure that starting over is part of the fun too, right? Excuse me while I glue my finger to this. A lot of HO scale channels that he's involved with will be much closer for him too, but they've just started talking about it from what I've gathered. Yeah, I mean, I don't pretend to know, you know, what his community is like, but it seems like a lot of that gang that sort of like stream through the Third Rail Thursdays and all of that stuff. They're all in southern-ish Ontario, the GTA, however you want to put that, center of the universe, whatever works for your description. And you know, it's more practical to travel down there too, right? Like you can be like, you know, we've watched videos where Denny will hop on a train and from wherever he's from, which is like it's the western part of the area, and he'll, you know, travel all the way to Union in Toronto to do some rail fanning. Presumably he's doing other stuff too, but like it's feasible, right? If we wanted to do that, it would be, you know, it's a 4-hour drive and there's no train options and there's, you know, limited food and fuel options a number of times, and it's just that much more of an adventure. And the same for Chris. Like, you know, you take the 416 south, I think it's the 416 south to the 401, and then you've got those big stretches of the 401 where there's like nothing for quite the ways. So it's a different, yeah, it may be the same quote-unquote 4-hour drive, but it's a different drive entirely. It's the same sort of deal as when we did Napanee train show last year, right? We were in the middle of nowhere for hours on end, it felt like. But yet a lot of the guys who came from Toronto, or a lot of the folks who came from Toronto, for them it's just a hop, skip, and a jump up the 401, and yeah, they get into some of those quiet spots, but you know, for the most part, it's still a lot more populated and busy. And also, I think there were a number of people there were a couple of people that I talked to at Napanee who had came in for the show and had taken the train. They took the train from Toronto to Napanee, and they were taking the train back to Toronto. So like, that totally changes the dynamic. But yeah, like I said, after all the difficulty that Chris had last time, I just hope that this will go smoothly for them, and that it's happening because they want it to, and not because of other challenges or whatever. And yeah. Woburn and Niagara area. Southern Ontario's busier. Well, hopefully we'll have a bigger chat room someday too. I think to each their own too, right? Like I'm not different personalities bring different personalities, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm really, Mike and I have both sort of talked about, like, we're just interested in sharing what we're doing. We're not really super interested in making a huge in getting a huge following of folks based on, you know, some magic YouTube train stuff formula. So yeah, we're doing what we're doing, and we're streaming it because we're here anyway. I think kind of to some degree. But don't you be like, hey man, there's gonna be trains to watch eventually. Don't kid yourself. We both like running trains. And there's no reason that we wouldn't be streaming that as well when we get there.
That's what I was saying on Friday. Chris popped in my room and I was like, dude, freaking watching him run trains. I wish I could run some trains right now.
Yeah, almost jealous, eh?
Yeah.
That's all right. I'm sort of like I said earlier, right? I'm a multi-hobbyist. So that also works great in terms of model trains for me because there's multiple aspects to the hobby, which means that I can accomplish train stuff while still not getting sick of doing any one particular thing, right? You can build kits, you can do 3D design, you can do 3D printing, you can do scratch building, you can do lumber work, you can do scenery, all that stuff. All right. One more to go. We might as well do the last one. Even if I need to use 2 more brushes. And I'm sure if Chris gets a move on, if Govia gets his move on, then you know, that'll be a bunch more excitement of another new layout or layout update and changes and planning and all kinds of fun stuff. You have a layout as well. I have a number of modules that are currently mostly in storage right now, that are in various different stages of completion. We don't have space for that right now, unfortunately, but I'm aiming to try and find some space before too long, so hopefully I'll be able to get some layout work done too, and do some running, because I miss running trains as well. I also have a T-track module that I think I've shown on, I think I showed it on one of the earlier streams, one of the previous, like, really early streams. I kind of like T-track, bite-sized chunks, the ability to, like, see big differences and practice a bunch of different skills in a limited space. So my modules are the majority of what I have, the big ones, are 4 feet long. Yeah, 4 feet long, and then between 12 and 18 inches deep. And then there are corners that sort of made up with those. So I could have a loop. It has been to a show, actually. The first show I think we ever did, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. Do you have your headset back on, Mike?
Yeah, I always had it on.
Yeah.
I could hear you talking.
Oh, okay. So was it the first? I think it was the first show we did, eh?
Yep, Bracebridge.
Yeah, Bracebridge. So it was the first show we ever did, Bracebridge. We only had one of the old club layouts at that point, or Mike only had one of the old club layouts at that point. And my stuff interfaced with his. So we were able to bring those to the show. And they ran pretty well. But I've been through some changes since then and some updates, and also, like I said, I just don't have room for them right now. So not really in a position to be able to work on them. What you see on screen is pretty close to the maximum amount of workspace that I have at my disposal for modeling at this time. I have dioramas are about 2 feet long, I think I was told. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that there's a standard for dioramas. The T-Track modules that I have they're like 12 inches wide by 14 inches deep, or the one that I have. Like I said, I like that concept. I think you could consider them a diorama. I think T-Track is just a diorama to a standard, whereas a diorama doesn't have to be to any sort of a standard. It can just be whatever somebody cooked up overnight. I've seen lots of there used to be a YouTuber who did a bunch of diorama work, and nothing was to any sort of a standard. Like, that's fine, not to say in a negative way, but like, I don't know if anything ever connected together, or if he just like dropped they just like dropped, because I don't know, like dropped the dioramas into a larger scenic area, or what the deal was with that, or if they just made them to be what they were making. I know N-Scale Dystopia, who's a great YouTube channel and has been a huge inspiration to Mike and I for years now. He did a lot of diorama work, and a lot of it was not necessarily strictly train related, but it was super interesting. And I learned a lot about scenery and had a lot of inspiration to get better skills from watching Dystopia stuff. So I'm not opposed to dioramas. I'm still I would like my efforts to be focused on usable modules, runnable modules. So I so far tend not to go hey, I'm just going to build a diorama around a hill with a tree on it. But I'm not opposed to the concept. I'm just not quite there yet. And to be honest, I do find I'm kind of busy so far, just keeping my own equipment show ready. So, I've got a Lupicato Unitrack that I use for speed matching and programming. And I've got a bunch of rolling stock that I tend to bring to shows. And, I've done I've done wheel swap outs on all of it. I've been weighting some of those cars so that they're heavier or more closely aligned to NMRA weights, though I'm not super strict on that. Yeah, like there's so many different aspects of the hobby that I will say I miss having a layout, but I don't, I have plenty to keep me busy for now anyway. Are you running a marathon, Mike? It sounds like you're running a marathon.
I was cleaning up all this debris down here.
Debris. You gonna run a magnet around before I get there tomorrow?
No, I vacuumed that up.
Oh, okay.
This little chunk of scenery,
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't believe how much that weighs. It's mostly foam.
I probably would, actually,
Like-
because I'm sure there's plaster cloth over top of it.
Look at how much the big thick glob of plaster.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Like
Kind
that
of crazy,
weighs
eh?
a lot.
Yep. Kind of
Crazy.
crazy. I think that's one of those things too that's really, you know, part of what helped you and I gel as, you know, friends in the model railroading stuff, is that neither one of us is like, oh no, it's been done this way for 100 years and it's got to be done the same way, and you have to use plaster cloth for your scenery and wireframe mesh and, you know, whatever else. You have to use Homosote road bed, and we're both pretty willing to try new stuff and new concepts and, you know, lighter, faster, better, easier, more fun, whatever. So
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing for both of us too.
This is actually setting up quite well.
Is it? Nice.
Yeah, actually,
That's exciting.
I am kind of. I think I found my new favorite.
Adhesive? Foam adhesive?
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to lifting the module with it tomorrow when I get there. I won't tell you, I'll just like start reefing on it.
you already did that. Ripped the end off.
Hey, I didn't rip the end off of anything. I stopped when I heard the crack.
Is that what happened when you heard these?
Oh,
Can't
don't
even
be
see
like that. Well, that's exactly what happened. I stopped when I heard the crack. Every good model train layout needs a Godzilla.
Well, isn't that accurate?
I'm helping you practice, helping you get better in your craft. I apologized a number of times and obviously felt bad about it. I'm just not sure why you're rubbing my face in it now.
You won't live that down.
I know. Amongst many other things. It's okay. It's okay.
Want to switch my camera?
Sure. You just want the two of them, right? You're not looking
Yeah,
to
yeah,
put
just,
two cameras up? Yeah, okay.
yeah, just go to my other one. I just want to move my phone.
All right. There. I think that should be good.
Yeah, that's good.
All right,
I'm looking at the scenery on the back wall there with the trees. Actually looks pretty good.
Yeah,
From
it
far
does.
away.
Yes.
Good from far.
Good from far. That's like the motto of model railroading.
Yeah.
All right. It's a good fit. I feel like I might have gotten the fit down pat for most of these, but check them every time instead of, being disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so a couple more washers to glue in, a couple more magnets to glue in, and we'll be good to go. What was that?
Blowing up my rubber glove.
Oh my god. It sounded like somebody shot you with a blow dart and then you fell over and hit the garbage can.
That's pretty specific.
It is pretty specific, isn't it? We don't do unspecific around here. I think we just hit the top of the pack-out foot on that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, another 4.5 hours to go. Estimated to finish at 9 o'clock tonight.
That's crazy.
Well, at least they're tough. Hey, where's the do I have the model of the cleaning car on that hard drive? Probably.
Sorry, I missed that. What?
I said, do I have the model of that cleaning car on the hard drive? Probably.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna give it a try.
I can't remember what it's labeled as, but it's on there.
All right, I'll take a look. Is it just a bed, or do I have the STL?
No, you should have everything.
Okay, I'll take a look and try. Dock. Yeah. Well, spring, eh? The weather is always variable around here during the spring. I guess you would see it typically in Restool before either of us would know what was happening. Tomix or Atlas cleaning cars. No, so I have a centerline roller car. And we've also printed some roller cars, 3D printed some roller cars that seem to do a good job. Not to say that I don't think those cleaning cars are good. I've never had the opportunity to try one. They're expensive. They are expensive. And we find the roller cars are pretty good. Like, for what they are, they help keep the sort of loose dust and grime down. And no matter how you shake a stick at it, you always have to do wheel cleaning. Like, we haven't yet found a way that you don't, sorry, not wheel cleaning, track cleaning, but wheel cleaning too. Like, I think the wheels are just as bad a culprit in many cases as the track. So, you know, we pay quite a bit of attention to both at shows. Usually I would say for us, a show is getting the train started and then constantly cleaning the track. That's basically what a train show is for the most part. And doing wheel cleaning. You know, to the extent where we actually pre-cut sections of blue shop towel and J cloth to the right sizes that we need to do wheel and track cleaning, because it is inevitable. That almost looks like an AI generated thumbnail, buddy.
What does?
Your screen right now.
Oh.
Oh, your other screen. Sorry, I guess I'm still looking at your other screen on this other view. Let me look at what you're doing.
Doing the same in both screens.
Nothing? Because you're invisible?
Exactly.
Whatever. I don't know why you join a stream and then put on camouflage. Doesn't make any sense to me.
I'm waiting for foam to expand.
You're waiting for foam to expand. I initially heard a phone to expand, but
because that makes so much more sense.
I know, that's why I didn't fucking take that joke the whole way.
Doing pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
It seems to have stopped
Expanding.
It didn't really push anything apart too bad.
Good. Well, the low expansion
Wow,
stuff's
it's,
probably the right choice. Stuck pretty good. Did you glue it to the
actually.
table?
No, I didn't. It's just
Okay.
all glued as a big stack.
Cool.
But like the outside of it, the crust is formed.
Yeah, nice.
Guess I should empty my shop vac just looking at this.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Curious to see what stew is in there.
Yeah, it's probably solid.
If you want to do that on the stream, we can I can make you the full screen.
No, I'm good.
Okay. You'd prefer not to incriminate yourself and me, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I think that's 4. dry. So we did that. And this one next. And this one next. Go through and do them in order of CA so that they've had the most time to set, though I'm sure most of them are completely dry. So for the one that I just did. Or are you gonna airbrush now?
Well, I'm just going to give my tunnel portals a wash.
Oh, cool. I think time consuming, isn't it? Doing them 4 containers, 3 hours work it seems today. Yeah, I mean, they're a little time consuming, but it is what it is. I'm enjoying myself. Plus,
Sorry
it'll
about
be
all the
5 of them.
shaky.
It will be 5 of them.
What was that?
I poured some water. Well, sir, I think 3.5 hours might be my limit for today. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna have to start giving some thought about an actual meal, and yeah. But it was good to hang out, get some stuff done. Good to hang out with you, Doc. We had 53 people stop by and check things out.
Yeah, eh? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, exciting. I don't know how long everybody stayed, but there were a number of multiple people at various times. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Doc, and we'll do it again, I'm sure, soon, before too long. But all right, I think that is it for us.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you again, sir. And we will catch you on the next one.
Talk to you later.
See you.